Alright, so the user interface more or less written.
Welcome to 360 Cam. Starting devices.
Okay, so on the right hand side you're looking through my webcam. Through this over here is the camera on the device. You can see my finger in there. And then on the side is the webcam pointing towards it. So the options for the end user have been reduced. I've taken away quite a bit of the debug stuff. We have a couple of device panel additions which I've left inside there, stuff like testing your LEDs. And then the program will take a nominated rotation, so you may not want to do a 360 because a ring has two sides. You may only want to do a 180 for 16 images worth, which gives you a nice high resolution rotation. So there's a variety of options of how many degrees you want to rotate and how many images you want for those degrees. Then you also have a few light options. I've only left 4 in there now, but I'll play around with that a little bit later. And it will let you test the light options.
Testing light option for 8 seconds.
So that's the entire LED array on. That's LED
lights
array
off.
-1.
Testing light option for 8 seconds.
That's the outer 2.
Lights off. Testing light option for 8
Inner
seconds.
2. So depending on the brightness you need on your part and whether you want
Lights off.
the 2 inner lights over here will be yellow and the 2 outer ones will be white, or alternating depending on the color of the ring that you're putting in. Right, so I have my Arduino on the screen over there. So of course the next point to test is to take a photo. So let's go 180 degrees and 80 images just to make it quickly. And if you've selected light option 3, that's the light option that will be used when you take the photography.
Program will run for 180 degrees and take 8 photos.
So I'll let that finish. And then what's happening in the background, there's a USB stick inside, and see my hand, there's a USB stick inside there, and there's a subfolder being created, a unique subfolder for each time you run it. And it's copying the images into there along with the HTML and JavaScript, which allows them to run as a rotating image. So I'll let this one finish. We'll run another one. Getting stability has been fun.
Program has completed. Reset to 0 degrees and lights off.
Right, so if you pick a different lighting option,
Testing light option for 8 seconds.
360 degrees and 16 images.
Lights off. Program will run for 360 degrees and take 16 photos.
Off we go. So I see my third little LED array over there. Must have a little wire loose or something. It seems to not kick in every single time. All four the relays are on, but the third light, I think there's a bit of a loose wire or something in there. Ah, there we go, loose wire. Get rid of a flick and it goes. I'll have to tighten that up. If I block that, you might be able to see the photography happening. Anyway, so it's pretty much bulletproof. I've run it a couple of times now. It hasn't crashed. There's no issues with it. I'll let that finish running and I'll show you the LED test. And then of course zeroing the device. The only thing that zeroing the device does is the stepper is in release mode if it's not actually rotating. So if you put a ring down, you find the perfect position for it. You can roll the stepper so it's facing the camera.
Program has completed.
Click zero
Reset
device
to
and then
0
roll the stepper
degrees
the
and lights
machine-
off.
And the machine thinks that is at 0. Alright. Okay, so the LED test just runs a barrage of tests on the LED array. You can't see it because the camera over here is not fast enough to tell you, but there's bottom 2, top 2, alternating 2, alternating 2. So it'll run through that kind of test just to double check all your lights are still working. Alright, and pretty much that's that. And then zero device is if you've put a ring down and you want this to be the center and you're not sure where the machine thinks it's at, just press zero device and it's writing a zero. So if that's where the device is and you want to start your photo from here with this being zero, or maybe you want to start your photo with that being zero. Let that catch up for a second. The reason that's a bit of a lag is because it's via remote desktop to the machine. Notice my mouse follows a little bit afterwards too. So all good. Cheers.